It's a broke, I think.
Yeah, that's true.
Please bring me the do you have something to put in the back?
Oh, yes.
Cushion or
Let
something?
me get you some.
Something to put in the back. Okay. No, only the one. Only this one. Only this one.
Only this one.
Thank you. Yeah, I think this is.
You might need one more.
That's okay. That's okay. Om Ajnana-timirandasya Jnananjana Salakaya Chakshurumilitam Yena Tasmai Shri Gurave Namah Sri Chaitanya Manobishtam Sthapitam Yena Bhutalim Swayam Rupa Kadamaya Sadati Swapadantikam Vandeham Shri Guru Shri Yuta Padakamalam Shri Guru Vaishnava Nishtam Shirupam Sagarajatam Sagana Raghunatam Vitam Tam Sajivam Sadvaitam Savadutam Parijana Sahitam Krishna Chaitanya Deva Shri Radha Krishna Padam Sagana Lalita Shri Vishakam Vitamscha He Krishna Karuna Sindhu Dinabandhu Jagatpate Gopesha Gopika Kanta Radha Kanta Namostute Tapta Kanchana Gaurani Radhe Vrindavaneshwari Vrishabhanu Sute Devi Pranamami Haripriye Panchakalpatarubhyasya Kripasindhubhyaeva cha Patitanam Pavanebhyo Vaishnavebhyo Namo Namah Jaya Shri Krishna Chaitanya Prabhu Nityananda Shri Advaita Gadadhara Shri Vasadi Gaura Bhaktavrinda Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Krishna, Krishna, Krishna,
Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Hare Hare, Krishna. Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Hare Hare. Krishna Krishna Hare 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 Rama Hare Rama 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 Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Rama, Rama Rama. 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 Govinda Jaya Jaya, Gopala Jaya. Govinda Jaya Jaya, Gopala Jaya. Radha Ramana Hari Govinda Jaya Jaya. Radha Ramana Hari Govinda Jaya Jaya. Radha Ramana Hari Govinda Jaya Jaya. Govinda Jaya Jaya, Gopala Jaya. Govinda Jaya Jaya, Gopala Jaya. Radha Ramana Hari Govinda Jaya Jaya. Radha Ramana Hari Govinda Jaya Jaya. Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Hare Rama, Hare Rama, Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Rama, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Rama, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Rama, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Rama, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Rama, Hare This chanting is very important. Lord Chaitanya Mahaprabhu brought this chanting. It's not from this world. Golokira Prema Dhana Hari Nama Sankirtana. This is imported from Golok, Vrindavan, not from this material world, not from heavenly planet, directly from Golok, Vrindavan. This chanting, that's so important because we get connection. Bhakti Yoga means connection, divine connection, loving, devotional connection with Krishna, with the Lord. And this chanting is very important. Mahaprabhu brought it for the upliftment of all humanity. All humanity. It's not just for few of us coming together, no, for the whole world. So that's why the devotees go out, they chant, invite people to do it, to take part. Every town and village. That's the prediction. Mahaprabhu predicted that, you know. Prithivityacha nagaradagraham. Please show everybody, not just me. Okay. So he predicted that in every town and village, this chanting of the holy name of Krishna will be here. 500 years ago he predicted this in Navadvip, Bengal. Now, this prediction didn't happen until my Guru Maharaj, Bhaktivedanta Swami Prabhupada, brought it to the West. He was once speaking with one of his godbrother. Srila Bhaktisiddhanta had, I think was like 20,000 disciples, something like that. Anyway, the thing is, one of his disciples, Dol Govinda Shastri, he was a scholar, he was a Sanskrit professor at the university. And he was speaking with my Guru. My Guru was Grihastha at that time, family, children, everything. And he was asking him this question, Abhay Babu, that was his name before sannyasi, Abhay Charan. So Babu means like Prabhu. So it's Abhay Babu, how this prediction of Lord Chaitanya was going to happen. And Prabhupada asked him, do you doubt the scriptures? No, because this in the Chaitanya Bhagavat, is in the book printed, the book, biography of Lord Chaitanya. No, I don't doubt, but I'm wondering how it's going to happen, because until now it didn't happen. I mean, because Srila Bhaktisiddhanta sent disciples to preach, open temple, preach in Germany and in England, but didn't have success. Only one lady in London and one German man in Germany won only. They made only 2 devotees. At least they did something.
Yeah.
But was not enough, obviously, 1 person. So he has to call them back to India because they were spending a lot of money. He had to send money from India to maintain them in London, Germany. He had to call them back after a few years. There's no result. One of his godbrother, my Guru Maharaj, Bon Maharaj, he was approached by a lord, English lord, royalty. Can you make me Brahmana? He said, yes, but you have to follow these 4 rules. No meat eating, no gambling, no intoxication, no illicit sex. And the man said, impossible. So it was a very difficult thing. So anyway, then Prabhupada told this Godbrother Dol Govinda, I don't need anything else, please. For the chicken, thank you. He told him, actually none of you will do it, meaning his godbrother. Only the fallen disciple of our Guru will do it. He's humbly referring to himself, like that, no? Anyway, he was intrigued, Dol Govinda Shastri. Time passed, my Guru Maharaj took sannyas. Then he came to the West. Before coming, he wrote the first volume of Srimad Bhagavatam, first canto in English, published in India. He presented to the Prime Minister of India. He got nice review from the Prime Minister. And then he came by boat because he didn't have money to fly. One lady has a company for cargo ships, not passengers. So he asked her to give free ticket in a cargo ship, not even passenger. So she agreed, and that's how, but he was a very long journey, very difficult. He was 69 years old, and the Atlantic Ocean was very fierce. So he had 2 heart attack on the voyage. He thought if a 3rd attack will come, I will not survive. But the 3rd night, he had a dream. Krishna appeared in a dream with a big boat, with all avatars in the boat. Narasimha, Vaman, all of the avatars. And he assured him, you will reach your destination safely. Nothing will happen to you. Next day, the Atlantic Ocean was very calm, until the end of the journey. When they arrived, the wife of the captain said, please come back with us so we'll have a quiet journey. Like that. Anyway, so he came along, no money, only $20. He had 80 rupees, but he gave it to his son. His son went to see him. Vrindavan there, I met him in Mayapur, his son. Already passed away. He said, what I use, I have 80 rupees. He gave it to his son. But when he arrived in Boston, he offered the collection Bhagavatam to the captain of the boat. And the captain asked, how much they cost? $16? I'll take 20. So he arrived in the US with $20 only. And in a few years, he had millions of dollars property all over the US. Temples everywhere. In a few years. He thought, I was struggling alone, going out to sell my books to the libraries so I can buy some vegetables, to survive. For 1 year he was alone. And he was going from time to time to check when the next boat will go back to India. But he never went back. And the man on the counter asked him, you always come ask me, but you never go. I have a mission to fulfill first. I'm just asking out of curiosity. He wrote a beautiful poem. He's asking, my dear Lord Krishna, why you brought me to this horrible place? Full of passion and ignorance. People are addicted to sinful activity. You must have a purpose. If you want to make me dance, please make me dance as you like a puppet in your hand. Fully surrender to Krishna. No? Like that. So, then the miracle happened. He started attracting the young people, American. They were dissatisfied with the materialistic way of life of their fathers and forefathers. They wanted a spiritual solution, and they found it in the chanting of Hare Krishna and teaching of Bhagavad Gita. He was giving them, and by giving them the chanting and the prasad, they could give up all this sinful activity. He only asked them that. Chant Mahamantra Hare Krishna, give up sinful activity. Meat eating, intoxication, gambling, illicit sex. Some of them were living with girlfriends, not married. He told them, just get married. It's okay, you can stay together, but get married. And he got them married. So they will live decently, properly. He himself did yajna. Sannyasi is not supposed to do marriage ceremony, but he did it because he was the only one who knew how to do anything. So he did it for them, to help them, And in a few years, temples were opened all over the world, Australia, Africa, all over Europe, South America. He visited Mexico, South America also. I met him in South America. I got initiated personally by him in 1975, in his only visit to South America. So the prophecy was fulfilled, but Dol Govinda didn't know anything about it. He was in his town in Orissa. He was living in one town there. But one day he saw this town, one Western devotee, with tilak, shika, dhoti, kurta, everything, japa, mala, everything. So he could not help his curiosity. He approached him and asked him, please, can you tell me who you are? Oh, my name is Bhagavad Das. I am member of the International Society for Krishna Consciousness. He said, international? Not only in India? No, we have temples all over the world. Australia, Africa, Europe, everywhere. America, everywhere. And who made all this? Oh, you don't know? My Guru Maharaj, Bhaktivedanta Swami Prabhupada. No, I don't know him. Then he showed him a magazine, this photo. When Dol Govinda saw the photo, he was very much surprised. He said, Abai Babu, you did it, you made it. So when pure devotee promise something, it's not theoretical. Krishna will make sure that it will come true. So that's a miracle. Prabhupada said this is Krishna miracle. Otherwise, how possible? I'm an old man alone, no money, don't know anybody. It's a Krishna's miracle. And of course, Prabhupada surrendered fully to Krishna. That's why Krishna empowered him, give him the power to convince people to take to Krishna consciousness. I mean, people were joining the movement by the hundreds, by the thousands. Prabhupada initiated 5,000 disciples. He said, if I would not have asked for regulative principle to be my disciple, I will have millions, not thousands, millions. If I didn't ask for principle to be my disciple. So it's a question of more quality than quantity. Like that. We don't want cheap followers. They don't follow any rule, nothing. And they do whatever they like. That's happened in all religions. They have big quantity, but what the quality is of the followers, no? Prabhupada complained why they don't teach them how to give up being sinful. So, anyway, I remember I was temple president in Spain in the 80s, beginning of the 80s. And we got a farm there in Spain. In that farm, one journalist came to live with the devotees for 2 weeks to write an article about devotees. So he went to the nearby town, 10 minutes away from the farm, and he was asking people, what do you think about your new neighbors, the Hare Krishnas? So he interviewed the priest of the church, the Catholic church. He interviewed him. He asked him, are you not concerned that the Hare Krishna may take away some of your congregation? And he said, no, I don't worry at all. Because I'm not going to ask them not stop drinking wine or eat meat or play the lottery. I'm not going to ask them any of these things. So they're not going to leave me. I'm assured of that. So, spiritual life actually means honest, sincere, and have faith in God, and want to become better, to become better person and also more spiritual, you know. And these four activities are very harmful, materially and spiritually also. Materially is bad for health, to drink, you know, alcohol and to eat meat and all this is bad for health. Everybody knows. So why they keep doing it? Because they don't know anything better. They think it's not possible. I remember when the movement started in South America. One day, one man came to our temple, and he said, "I work in the circus." And one of your members from Mexico came with us. He is working in the circus, and he asked me to come to temple to ask you if you can send him some, you know, for food. He called prasad, because he can't come. He's too busy working. He said yes. So one devotee couple, they packed prasad, went to the circus to deliver. And at the entrance of the circus, there was a big elephant. But the elephant was tied up with a rope, with a stick on the ground. So the devotees were surprised. They told the caretaker, but this elephant very easily can release himself. He's a big, strong elephant, and this is very small stick on the ground, you know. And no, devotee Haribo, Hare Krishna. No, you sit there. Brahmacharis, they are austere.
That's okay.
Okay, as you like. So he told them, no, this elephant, since he was a baby, we tied him like this, and he got accustomed to be tied up like this. So now he thinks he can't release himself. So he doesn't even try. He doesn't even try. So you see the conditioning? He thinks that he can, so he doesn't even try. So the same thing happened to us. We think it is very difficult, no, to get released from this material illusion, entanglement. But actually we are born with the power to do it, because we are all spirit souls. We can do it, only we need to desire it more. It's a question of desire and conviction. Yes, it can be done. Of course, by your effort and the Lord's mercy, Krishna's mercy, it is possible. Why not? No? Why not? I mean, we were very young. I joined the movement, I was 21. I left my career, university career, everything, became a monk. Why? Because I was fully convinced that real life means eternal life, eternal happiness. You can't find this in the material world. No matter how much rich you are, how powerful, how famous you are gonna get old and die. So before we die, we need to know why we are here in this material world, why we are suffering, and what is the solution to all those problems. Prabhupada brought the solution. take to Krishna consciousness. He told his godbrother, Dr. Kapoor, before coming from India, he told him, I found the formula how to go back to Godhead, and I want to take with me as many people as possible. Oh, I also want to go, please tell me the secret. And he told him, oh, it's an open secret, open secret. The secret is to have around your neck mala of this mantra. Trinada pi sunichena, taroda pi sahishnuna, amanina manadena, kirtaniya sada hari. One should chant the holy name of Krishna in a humble state of mind, thinking oneself lower than the blade of grass. Straw in the stream, straw, not blade of grass. Because if you step on the blade of grass, it lowers its head, humbly. But if you take your foot off, start rising the head again. So it's not a good example of humbleness, the grass. But the straw, yeah, the wind blow one side, other side, doesn't put resistance. So actual humbleness means not to put resistance to the desire of Krishna. And what does Krishna desire? That we are eternally happy, living eternally happy with Him. He's inviting all of us. Don't waste your time, come to me. You know the story of Kailas? You know the story of Kailas. Who doesn't know the story of Kailas? You wanna hear it? I guess you wanna hear it. This is a story from the Puranas. Once Narad Muni went to see Krishna in the spiritual world, and Krishna was waiting for his friend to play with them. And Narad Muni offered, my dear Lord, if you want, I can bring right now, from the earth planet, I can bring 100 souls to play with you. Krishna said, that's a great idea. But I know there is one devotee named Kailas. He is getting old and he had the desire, he thought in his mind, I would like to go with Krishna, you know. So bring him first and then bring the other 99. Now this Kailas, he was a family man, had wife, children. So Narad Muni went to him, gave him the good news. Oh Kailas, Krishna's making exception. You are not prepared, you are not completely pure yet, but Krishna's making exception. This is called Kripasina. You can come right now. Come right now means you have to give up the body. The soul can go, not the body. Ready? You want to go with Krishna? Yes, yes, I want to go with Krishna right now, immediately. But Narad Muni, I have one desire to fulfill before I go. What is your desire? Well, I have a daughter and a son, and I would like to see them married before I go. But let the family member take care of that. You are getting old now. You know, your teeth are falling, you have wrinkles. You may die any moment. Why wait? Let's go now. Please, please. I want only to do this. After I do this, I will go with you. Okay. All right. How much time you need? You know, it takes a little time. Give me at least 1 year, 1.5 years. Okay. So Narad Muni, of course, that's in the spiritual world, there's few seconds. You know, the time is different, you know. There's few seconds here, many years. So anyway, Narad Muni came after 1.5 year. Okay, Kailash, your son, daughter got married. Congratulations, very nice. Now let's go with Krishna. Oh, Narad Muni, you know very well I want to go with Krishna. But I have one more desire. What is that? Well, I would like to see my granddaughter and my grandson before I leave, you know. I mean, I got my son, daughter, but I want to see the grandchildren. You will see them from above, don't worry. Let's go with Krishna. No, I have to see them here. Okay, Kailas, it's voluntarily, I can't force you. But don't take chances, you know. No, only this desire and nothing else. I assure you. I'm not going to ask anything more. Okay. How much time you need? Well, give me at least a couple years, you know, take time to make children, you know. So anyway, After 2 years, Narada Muni came back. And Kailash was having one grandson, one granddaughter at each knee. They were playing, smiling, laughing. And suddenly when he saw Narada Muni, his smile freeze. Got frozen. What do you call that somebody spoiled the party?
A party pooper.
Party flooper? So Narada Muni, Kailash thought this Narada Muni is party flooper. All right, Narada Muni say, Kailash, you fulfilled your desire, you got married, your children, you saw your grandchildren. Okay, let's go with Krishna now. Yes, I want to go. You know very well I want to go with Krishna. And I have no more desire, I promise you. I told you the truth. But I have one big problem. I can't go unless I solve this problem first. And what is the problem? Well, the problem is that my wife doesn't get along with my daughter-in-law. And sometimes they fight each other. They grab each other's hair. Sometimes they pull a knife. So a big danger. They may kill each other. And I want to build a house. And here I have next to my house some little land. I'm gonna build a house for my son to live separately. Problem solved. Then I go peacefully with you to Krishna. Kailash, let the family take care of this business. You may die any moment now. You can't solve all the problems in this life. Leave it into Krishna's hand. Let's go. No, please. Will not take me more than 6 months to build this house. All right, Kailash, voluntarily, I can't force you. It's free will. Okay, I hope you survive until I come back for you. Anyway, so Kailash started building the house. After 5 months, almost the house was finished. And then he was supervising everything. Suddenly he had a dog, that the dog wanted to play. He came with a stick in his mouth to be thrown away. So Kailash was throwing the stick, the dog was going for it, bringing it back and forth, running here and there. And suddenly Kailash had a heart attack. And the dog was looking at him. He was standing next to him. And he looked at the dog and he died thinking of the dog. What happened next? Narada Muni came back, he saw 2 dogs, one big, one small. So he told him, Kailash, just see what happened to you for not listening to me. And the Kailash said, wow. All right, I'm giving you last chance. I'm giving you last chance. Give up this miserable dog body, let's go with Krishna. And the dog, Kailash, said, Narada Muni, of course, I want to go with you. But see, my family went on vacation and they left the window of the house open. The thief may come in and steal everything. Let me guard the house for the weekend, then I go with you. Just see, how the soul giving excuse, not to surrender to Krishna. I was giving excuse. And that's how we've been here millions of lifetimes, giving excuses. But it is for our best interest, our own best interest. Then Narada Muni was preaching to Kailash and he was showing his teeth. He became angry. He wanted to bite Narada Muni. So many souls around here, you only after me. Go look somebody else. So this is the rebellious mentality of the soul. Want to avoid surrender to Krishna. And we've been doing this many samsaras. Now in this human life, we have the opportunity, to actually do it. And how we can do it? First, we have to understand how important it is. Otherwise, how we can do it? First, we have to understand the urgency. It's an urgency. The house is on fire. It's no time to fix the roof or to paint the house is on fire. You have to make fast solution to it, no? So we hear recently there was in Hawaii, in Maui, big fire. Many people died there in this big fire. So this material world is like that, no? Big fire burning us with so many desires for this, for that, no? And Krishna sent the cloud. Krishna is the ocean, and the cloud is the Guru. He sent the cloud. The Guru give the knowledge to ease the fire. No? Sometimes nobody go forest to light the fire, but sometimes very hot day, two bamboos they what you call rub together and spark come out, a fire start. And no amount of firefighter may come put it off. They can't. Only if rain comes then can be. So in the same way, Krishna is very kind, merciful. He sent spiritual master to give the knowledge, because the rain is like relief. We are suffering because we're in ignorance. We don't know what is the purpose of life. We think purpose of life, okay, I worship God, He bless me, I enjoy life, get good money, good house, good education. That's okay. No, it's not okay. When you're gonna die, you can't take anything with you. And how are you preparing for the next life? Not much, really. So it's not enough just to do a little puja from time to time, read one shloka from time to time. No, we need more. More spiritual life. More spiritual food. Harikatha, hear about Krishna. We need to intensify the desire in our heart to become more devotees to the Lord. And that's why Guru is necessary, initiation is necessary for those who really want to have proper connection with Krishna. Proper connection with Krishna is through Guru Parampara. That's the proper way to connect. Krishna brought himself this process. Krishna is the Supreme Lord. Still, to show humanity how important it is, he himself accepted Guru. Sandipani Muni. He was learning at the school. Of course, he can teach everyone, doesn't have nothing to learn. But to show example, he himself did it. Krishna is like a big ocean, of knowledge. So the sun, evaporate the water from the ocean, becomes cloud, the rain comes, the rain fall, also on the mountains and come in the form of river. And those rivers go back to the ocean. So in the same way, Sandipani Muni received the knowledge from the ocean, from his Guru, but he returned it to Krishna, the big ocean. So impersonalists, they say, we have to merge, become one. They give the example of river going to the ocean, become one with the ocean. That's only the surface. Underneath, deeper in the ocean, there are aquatics swimming in the water. So that's the more deeper knowledge, that you can know how is the all water of the ocean by testing one drop. You test one drop, salty, all the ocean is salt. In the same way, we can know God by studying ourselves, because we are part of Him. Any tendency we have, He got perfectly. We have tendency to have family, to enjoy life, to have a beauty, rich, to become, well situated. And from where this come? This come from Krishna. Krishna also, he's supreme enjoyer. He's the supreme enjoyer. But he enjoy only spiritual energy, not material energy. He's not interested in material energy. Because he has. So in the same way, Krishna's devotees, when they experience higher test, spiritual test, they know there is something much better than the material life. So they know, I have to get prepared for something higher in life. It's a gradual process, it's not overnight. Don't be afraid and panic. I'm not gonna take you out to the temple, become brahmacharis or something like that. No, don't worry. You can be devotee at home. Just chant, minimum amount of rounds, and follow the principles, and read the books, and make your life perfect. What is the difficulty? What is the difficulty? It's no difficulty. It's only we need more desire. Of course, we have to understand it better, more deeply, so we can develop more desire for it, isn't it? So that's why I'm gonna please ask you if you have any question or doubt or comment. I would like to hear from you also, your thoughts. Challenges also accepted. Hare Krishna. Hare Krishna.
Hare Krishna. Any questions? Questions? Any questions?
Or scientists, Sangita, maybe. What about the daughters? The daughters maybe. They are so very shy, no? Or not so much. Do you outspoken at the school?
She
Huh?
talks a lot.
Huh?
She talks a lot.
Oh, then, please do. Tell us something.
Your presentation was good.
Oh, thank you. Thank you.
What did you like? Can you share some points?
I like the story.
Story?
Kailash. I like the story of Kailash. Now,
I have a question.
yes, please.
So, we have to increase the desire for Krishna.
Yes.
And in order to do that, we have to have more faith in the scripture and in Guru. But you can have faith in theory, like, oh yeah, I believe this, but still not always be enthusiastic. So how do you increase the desire? Like, if you just go on chanting, is it really doing anything if you're not like enthusiastic about it?
Enthusiasm is very important. If you are not enthusiastic, then the solution is try to have the company, association of those who are enthusiastic. So it will, you get, if you are in a very hot day, if you approach a waterfall and there is wind, some drops of water will touch your face and you will get refreshed, isn't it? So in the same way, if we need to have more enthusiasm, we should seek the association of devotees who are enthusiastic. So something will sprinkle us with some enthusiasm, from them. Prabhupada, in the last lecture he gave in Venezuela, South America, he was telling us, enthusiasm is very important. And he said, enthusiasm means, I must see Krishna in this very life. He said, you already seen Krishna. Krishna's Murti, Deity, and Krishna are not different. But still, personally, it is possible. We have to keep the enthusiasm. And from where comes the enthusiasm? By knowing I am eternal servant of Krishna. I want to return to Krishna. That's my life goal. The goal of my life. I mean, what better news you can get? Somebody knock on your door and say, you are not never gonna die. You are meant to live happily forever. It's not good news. Who doesn't want that? So why are you not getting enthusiastic about hearing this truth? Huh? Because Kailash, attachment, we are very attached. That's the problem. But we can engage the attachment in Krishna's service also. We don't reject material things. We just reject the wrong idea that belongs to me, that I am the proprietor. I'm not the proprietor of my house, my car, my bank balance, my family. No, it's only borrowed. Borrowed. Krishna is the real proprietor. Bhaktivinoda Thakur, he had wife and 11 children. He was a judge working at court, and he was a pure devotee of Krishna. He prayed, Manasa deho geho yoki chumor arpiluntu apade nanda kishore. I offer you, my Lord Krishna, mana, my man, manaso, deho, my body, geho, my home. Everything belongs to you. I'm only your servant. I'm working, maintaining, because I know it belongs. This is your wife, these are your children. I'm only here, your servant. So it doesn't matter what you have, you don't have to give it up. Keep it, but know who's the real proprietor, who's the real friend, who's the real enjoyer. Then you have peace, you experience peace in your life. You take shelter in Krishna, chant His holy name, you will feel peaceful. And when you're peaceful, you feel happy. Materialistic people, to go to sleep, they need pills to sleep, pill to remain awake, pill for everything, for anxiety, for this, for that. But devotee chant Harinam, that's the best remedy for everything. When somebody is sick, a doctor give medicine and give diet. Don't eat this, don't eat that. It's not good for you. So we say, only eat vegetarian food offered to Krishna. And the medicine, chant Hare Krishna. You may have no taste at the beginning for chant. But the more you go on chanting, you develop the taste. No? How would drunkard become alcoholic? By drinking every day. How we develop taste for chanting? By chanting every day, we develop taste. This Krishna's name are not material. Like yesterday I gave class in the temple, and one person said, well, what is the difference? My name is Greg. If people chant, instead of Krishna, they say Greg, Greg, Greg. I said they get bored after a few minutes. But we've been chanting Hare Krishna for more than 50 years. We're still enthusiastic about doing it. Why? Because it's not material, it's spiritual. That's the difference between material and spiritual. Material, well, they need new song every few weeks. New song, new song. We have the same song for many years. We don't get bored. Because it's not material, it's spiritual. And gives satisfaction, spiritual satisfaction. So that is the test. So 3 things are important: enthusiasm, patience, and endeavor. Endeavor with confidence. It is possible. It can be done. We should try at least our best, and pray for Krishna's mercy. He will help us. He is in the heart, He's our friend. If He see that we have some desire for, doesn't matter little, if Krishna sees a little spark in somebody's heart for Him, He will, fan it so it become a little fire. Have to put more firewood, increase the fire, like that. We are like a little spark, Krishna is the big fire. So we have also heat and light like the fire. But as soon as we jump out of the fire, then the fire is no more for the time being. So originally we are a Krishna conscious, living entity. Somehow or other, we fell to this material world. Now we have to remember Krishna again and go back to Him, be eternally happy. Yes.
I like the story which you talked about, like the elephant being tied from the young age and becoming like conditioned to certain things.
Yes.
So can you like explain a little more how we have like everything? Like certain times we go certain route. It's like so many things we get conditioned knowingly or unknowingly to certain way of life.
Yes.
How to come out of that in a very efficient way.
Very good question. The question is that we get entangled day by day life and so many things. We're accustomed to certain things, to do certain ways, and how to get out of the entanglement. It's not you have to give up doing something or, of course we have to give up these four things, But if we know for sure, if we are conscious that actually Krishna is the owner of my home, my family, my money, everything. He is the actual proprietor. I'm only here, I'm maintaining this house, I'm working, providing the money for food, for everything, because it is Krishna's house. And these are Krishna's children. So if one has that mentality, doesn't become entanglement, the family life. Because one knows who's the actual proprietor and enjoyer, then he always have Krishna in the center of his life, of his home. Bhakti Thakur said, I see my home Vaikuntha, because, I'm worshipping Krishna, I know he's the best friend, the best enjoyer, proprietor, everything. So no anxiety, there is no anxiety. As soon as we forget Krishna and try to enjoy the material energy, there is anxiety. But as soon as we stop trying to enjoy the material energy, we enjoy whatever comes naturally, without much effort, whatever Krishna allows us to, without doing sinful activity, of course. At the same time, cultivate the practice of Bhakti Yoga that will help us gradually increase our attachment to Krishna. The more we increase our attachment to Krishna, our attachment to material enjoyment diminishes. Gradually. So it's a natural process, not something artificial imposed on the mind. It doesn't work that way. So in other schools, you have to be brahmachari sannyasi to become member, But Shankaracharya only accepted renunciants to be followers, But no, this Bhakti Yoga, Grihastha also, they can become pure devotees. If they follow properly everything, they also can come to this platform. It is possible. I'll tell you one story. You want to hear it? This is from South India. Have you heard about Madhvacharya? No? Madhvacharya, he had one disciple. His name was Dhanurdas. He was a wrestler. He will train the soldiers in the palace, the king. He was very strong, big man, So, and sometime he will go serve the Guru and carry his things. They will go take a bath in the Kaveri. And when coming back, sometime Madhvacharya put his hand on the shoulder of Dhanurdas. So other disciples become a little jealous that we are from Brahmin family and he's Shudra. Why our Guru is showing more affection to him, like that. So Madhvacharya know their mentality. He wanted to teach them lesson. So he asked some confidential disciple. He told them, at night, go up to the Brahman's quarters and steal some dhotis from them. Bring to me. So next day, all Brahmanas fighting. You stole my dhoti. No, you stole my dhoti. No, you stole my dhoti. The big fighting. So Madhvacharya calmed them down. Don't worry, I'll get you the dhotis. Don't fight. And then he asked confidential disciple. Now you go to the house of Dhanur Das when he's not there, when he's working, and when his wife is having a nap, she's having nap, and take the golden bracelet from her hands, from both hands, and bring to me. I have a purpose for this. Okay. They have faith in the Guru, so they went. And the lady was sleeping, and they came and took golden bracelet. So they brought the bracelet to the Guru. Now the Guru told them, go back there when Dhanur Das come back from work and listen to the conversation, what they have. So they went back, and when Dhanur Das arrived, his wife told him, my dear husband, some brahmanas came, apparently they were in need, so they took some of my bracelet. I let them do it because I know that they may need, for some reason, so I allowed them. I kept myself like, fake it, I was sleeping. But then they wanted to take from the other hand, but I was sleeping, so I moved to allow them to do it. But they got frightened, they left. And Dhanur Das said, my dear wife, that's very good of you, but you should not have moved very fast. You should have only extended your hand very softly to them, so they could take them without you moving. Maybe you unconsciously was attached to your golden bracelet. That's why you moved. You should not have done that. And they went to tell the Guru what happened. No, so Madhvacharya called all the disciples and told the story. You were fighting for a piece of cloth, and see, this Dhanur Das and his wife were willing to give all golden bracelet freely, without attachment. So who's more advanced, you or them? Understand? So it's just the consciousness is the important thing. The consciousness you have. Not your external situation. That's not so determined what is about your spiritual life. But what determines your spiritual life is the sincerity. That's the most important, actually. No? So we don't have to give up, change anything abruptly. It's not recommended. No? Whatever your situation is, stay there. You have a job, you have family, don't give up. Don't give up the husband, don't give up the wife, don't give up the job. Don't do anything artificial. Remain wherever you are and gradually go increasing your spiritual life, and then one day Krishna will give you the mercy. You find your Guru, and then you get initiated, and then you get more blessings, more mercy. Because coming down through Guru to Krishna. Guru is a transparent via medium. He doesn't interfere in your relationship with Krishna. We all have eternal relationship with Krishna. But the Guru is the via medium. Transparent. A bona fide Guru means he strictly follow everything. And he must be pure devotee. He doesn't commit sinful activities. He doesn't teach anything against Bhakti, doesn't manufacture anything, just speak the truth as it is. No? A Guru is not a particular person, it's a principle established by Krishna. No? He may appear in different ways, the principle is the same. No? Thank you again for being good listeners.
She enjoyed it as well. Thank you so much. Thank you so much, Maharaj.
Any questions from anyone for Maharaj?
You have any question?
No, not me, but
Why not you? You're the host. You have more right to ask.
nothing like that, Maharaj. Everybody is equal.
Okay.
Yeah, I had one question, Maharaj.
Please do.
Since we are all in our professional lives or our jobs,
Yes.
and the spiritual aspects we are learning out here of how chanting can help us, but how do we apply it in our jobs if we see something it's not aligning with ethical aspects,
Yes.
not the right thing for the world? How do we, we're just a small part of the system, so how do we,
Yeah,
how do we
understand.
influence?
Yeah, I mean to say, don't be anxious about changing the system. Try to change yourself. It's more important self-criticism than, trying to change the whatever. And in work you may see things that you don't agree with, naturally. But you have to be tolerant, It's like you are in the boat, and you need to reach your destination. Naturally, you will not like all the men are in the boat. Some men you may like, some may not like. What do you care about that? His relationship is not with them. Your relationship is with your destination. Is it? So it is advised, avoid bad association, keep good association. But that doesn't mean we can't speak with people or make friends with them. Doesn't mean that. We have to do, because we have friends, we have family, we have jobs, so we keep good relation with everyone. But we don't share their wrong ideas they may have, or their bad habits they may have. They may want to invite us to party, to drink. We don't have to accept. But we behave friendly to them, normal, Only if somebody show interest about spiritual life, you may speak about. Otherwise, don't disturb them, Do your job. Whatever you have to do in the material world, do the needful. And like a lotus flower, surrounded by water but doesn't get wet. The sun is very strong, but the water is protecting the lotus flower. Because the sun, without the water, can burn the lotus flowers. So the water is like the guru, protecting, the side. So if we follow Guru and Parampara, Krishna, then we are safe. Even if we're surrounded by so many distractions and things like that, we shall try not to be affected. It's not easy. Environment can affect our mind sometimes. But if in the morning we wake up early before sunrise and chant few good rounds, then we will keep a good spiritual mind, keep good consciousness. So that will not affect us too much. Maybe a little, but not too much. So, if they're doing something which is not correct, I mean to say, the other day, where was that? I think it was in Phoenix, I think. I was giving lecture, and one man asked me this question, that my supervisor gives me a hard time all the time. What should I do about that? And I told him, remember, nothing happened accidentally. Maybe in the past life he was the supervisor and you was giving him a hard time. So now he's getting back at you. So try to tolerate. I mean, my guru gave us example personally. He was giving lecture in a big hall in London, and one man stood up and started criticizing him. And the devotee wanted to ask him to leave the room, but Prabhupada said, no, leave him alone. And when everything finished, the devotee asked, Prabhupada, why didn't allow us to ask him to leave? He said, no, maybe in past life I did something to him and now he's getting back at me, I have to be tolerant. So he's showing us we should be tolerant. And I hope that answered. Hare Krishna.
Hare Krishna.
Thank you again everyone. Hare Krishna. Jai Shri Prabhupada.